Hi everyone, welcome back to the Project Artemis channel. I'm Gwen, and I'm going to be showcasing you a new card from the new set Destined Rivals that's coming up. Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX is a Stage 2 Dark type attacker that pairs very well with the Frostlast Monkey Dory package because of the existing Dark energies in the deck. So when you play this card from your hand, you get to search up to 5 basic energies and attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon and everywhere you like. So very similar to Charizard in that sense, where it's a very low maintenance attacker. You only need 2 energies to set it up. And once you set it up, you're doing 180 and 30 to the bench. So it synergizes with Frostlast and Monkey Dory very well. They're like spread damage counters over your board. Over the opponent's board, and trying to not take any KOs until like you really want to. And so yeah, mostly you're going to be trying to slow down the game with Badoo or Evo out Frostlast and the Metal Evolution, the Morgrim, so you can get into your Grimmsnarl right away and start attacking. And while you're doing that, you're trying to put dark energies manually on the monkeys so that you can utilize the damage accumulated from Frostlast's Freezing Shroud ability. We have the new Shaman in here, which protects your non-rule box bench Pokemon. Yeah, and then we're playing an Arven build, so we have a lot of various tools to help us out throughout the game. Devo for those pesky evolution decks, have a ton of HP, like Dragapult, Guardy, Zard. Evolution, great, as I mentioned before, great in the early game to set up your guys. And Defiance Man for that little extra damage, and a rescue board to pivot into Badoo early game. There's also a new stadium in here, Spike-Mute Gym. It allows you to search your deck for Marnie's Pokemon and put it to your hand. So you can just set up, or you can just like play it and grab a Grimmsnarl, evolve right away and start attacking. And yeah, we have 8 basic Dark Energy here. You want to use most of them on most of them are going to be going on your Grimmsnarls, but then you want to, there's some like little intricacies where you want to like thin your deck or like leave them in your deck for your future Monkey Dory turns. And with that, let's get into some games where I can show you this card in action with this deck.
Hi folks, Sable here from Project Artemis. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsor Heavy Play for sponsoring the team and showcase off a few of their wonderful products that they make. Starting off, we have their deck box RFG Max. This is a wonderful little magnetic deck box, flip alcove with a picture display for you to showcase your favorite card. We also have their Dice Box RFG. What's nice about this is it magnetizes to itself, so that is not moving. You don't have to worry about like accidentally knocking over your dice tray or anything. It also magnetizes to deck box. Their full system is entirely magnetic, so you can dice box to dice box, deck box to deck box, deck box to dice box here. And even going one step further, they have a foldable magnetized playmat. So instead of rolling things up, this folds up nice and flat. You can throw it in your backpack real easy. And then your dice box also will magnetize to it. Keep your dice box on there. Keep it on your playmat nice and flat there in the corner. And that thing is not moving. Once again, we just want to say thank you to Heavy Play. If you're interested in any of the products seen here, please go to heavyplay.com/Artemis or use code Artemis at checkout for 10% off your order. They have red, blue, black, white, gray, green, purple, a whole bevy of colors in their entire suite for you to use to your heart's content. We really do recommend you checking out their product. Anyway, back to the video.
Okay, we're back, and so we had to get this gameplay on Twin Leaf because they're the only client with the new cards available. So shout out to them. We're playing against, looks like, Rocket's Mewtwo. So another new archetype. They played a couple of Rocket's Great Ball, which is like the same as capturing Aroma. You get heads, you get evolution. If you get tails, you get a basic. And then they hit the Rocket's Proton off their Pokegear, which lets them play it on the first turn and search up to 3 basic Pokemon. Thinking, still haven't got anything. Hi, cat. So they grabbed some Rocket's Wobbuffet and 2 Tarantulas. I think my opponent just... I'm not sure how this new supporter works. It says once during a player's turn, when they play a supporter, they can draw 2 more cards. I think it's supposed to work after you play the supporter. Like, you can decide when to use it. I'm not sure if on Twin Leaf it's like that right now. Okay, so thing to note from this matchup is the Spidops is really scary. It's a 1-prizer and it's hitting me for weakness, right? So I gotta like try to map out my prizes so I can take 6 faster than them, or they're just gonna outrace me with the value of their Spidops. I have quite a good board here though. I got the Bidoof and like 3 Pokemon set up. Research into absolutely nothing. But that's okay, we still have a Bidoof. Maybe we can slow it down a little bit. So the Spinops, I believe it does 30 times the amount of Rocket's Pokemon in play for 2 energy. And geez, they have 2 already. And the team's Rocket Energy lets them pretty much attack on the first turn because it has it gives them 2 energy. I think it only gives it Dark and Psychic, I believe. So yeah, they still need the grass. Yeah, I get the instant KO on my first imp. So this position's like pretty hard. Thinking about what to do here. I don't have anything to play from the turn, so I think I just have to research. Oh, and we got a secret box. Off the research. I think with that we can go for like an Evo. I think that's what I end up doing. We also hit the Spikemuth Gym Stadium, so that's Marnie's Pokemon that we can just grab. That's what I'm gonna do. Go for the middle evolution, the Morgrim. Sorry, I'm still new to these cards. This is the first time I've actually ever seen Grimmsnarl. Because that card, I don't think that card's been competitively viable in the past. Yeah, so I ripped the super box. Grabbing an Evo. I think I'm hoping to Evo out Frostlass and another Morgrim this turn. And then I go for the Vessel to guarantee I have a Monkey Pang next turn. Because my only Monkey with Dark isn't active is probably getting killed. This position looks quite bad though, because I'm gonna be down 2 prizes already. And they're just attacked with 1 prizers for the rest of the game. New Rocket supporter. It lets them draw up to 8 in their hand if they only have Rockets Pokemon on board. Okay, my opponent just goes for another knockout. So, yep, up 2 prizes. We still don't have an attack yet. Or actually, we kind of do in hand. I can just Spike Myth Gem for a Grimmsnarl. I think that's what I should do, to thin out the energies before like going for a draw off Iono or something. Yep, we go for the Grimmsnarl. When I play it from my hand, I get to search up to 5 energies and attach them to my Marnie's Pokemon. Thinking about how much to attach here. And I just go for the 1 extra. So I have potential of like 2 more energies in deck to attach to monkeys, if I need. So for this game, I need to figure out a way to, if I like keep attacking, I'm just gonna lose to the onslaught of Spidops on the board. Because they're just gonna trade way better into me, and they're gonna one-shot my Grimmsnarl. Move the monkey damage to a bench Spidops. No, I actually go for the Rockets Articuno. I think I went for the Rockets Articuno as it's always gonna be a bench sitter, right? So I'm gonna take the prize eventually, while the Spidops, like they can like mess up my damage on it by like just promoting it and attacking with the damage one, right? I think that was my logic there. I'm pretty new to the Frostlass archetype, so these plays are not that familiar to me, I want to say. So if there's anything I can do better, let me know. But yeah, I think I'm just hoping to like eventually build up enough damage on the Spidops, wipe both from the board, and then I'm safe to like keep attacking. My opponent has exactly 150 damage on board. Yeah. So they did 360. Because they had 6. times 2. So their attack would have done 180. Yeah, the weakness is 360. Thinking about what my play is. So notice they benched a Rocket's Mewtwo, I believe. And I think that's gonna punish them. Because I see a line where I can Badoo and like stall for a couple turns, get some monkey damage in there, and then like attempt to attack. Then out. I just go for Iona here. I hit the counter catcher, which is exactly what I need in this situation. That's why we play 3, because we're always like trying to be behind. Take it slow, not take any prizes early. Checking damage here. Low-key, I could have thinned out more with the Spike Myth Gym. I'm not sure why I'm not using that. So I didn't know this before this game, but this Mewtwo has a whopping 3 retreat cost. So I think if it gets stuck in the active, it's very much a liability for them. And then in between turns, Frostlass took out the Articuno that I had built up damage on before. My opponent just like had nothing, just drew past off the Badoo. It's excellent. We can set up another monkey, build some more damage. We can just chill. There's no rush here. I don't need to attack right away. Then I'm just planning to Iono, put them down to less cards. I think I was trying to hit a boss there for next turn. Or another CC. Moving damage off the Grimmsnarl is pretty important. Well, not really, because they had 5 on board, but well, it actually is because they have 5 on board. They only do 300 to it, and it has 320 HP. Never mind, I'm trolling. The Frostlass ticks between turn when I take it out anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, I built up damage on the Smite dies, and then I Badoo again. And I think that's game, because I've built up so much damage in between those 2 turns with the monkey damage on the Frostlass that I can just go for another attack, the last attack, and take 3 prizes here on the Mewtwo and something else. And then yeah, I see the line. I just go for the Dread Rains right away. Playing very fast here because I see it. Yeah, and that's the game. That seemed like a very bad matchup at first with a very bad start, but we managed to pull it out. Okay, let's get into another game here. I choose to go second. I think that's what you want to do with this deck. I think ideally your turn 1's like Evo or Badoo. I think I decided to start Monkey because it's a better target to give up with my Evo turn. And by that I don't want to give up an Imp. Looks like we're against Joltik Box. Which I think can be a very scary matchup. They got some grass attackers. They got hands to pressure you early. And I go for the Arven. Probably grabbing Puffin and Evo here. Just checking some prices real quick, I think. I have a Frostlass prize, so I can't. I have a Frostlass and a Snowland prize. So I have to wait a turn to put up Frostlass. Which is actually not that relevant, but I mean, it's an extra tick of damage on the Miraidon and Fez. So I have to use the board and use the other Monkey Dory to Evo instead. Attaching board seems pretty good. So yeah, I just go for the double. Oh my gosh, I can't. More Grim. Said it like so many times this video, and I don't remember what the Pokemon's name is. Go for an Arven on their turn. Oh, my opponent's playing the new Stadium Rockets Watchtower, which turns off normal Pokemon's abilities. Very good Noctowl counter, but not very relevant in this matchup, obviously. Okay, Iron Hands and Pikachu, usual suspects. You go for the Jolting Charge. Thinking about what to do. Probably all in the Iron Hands, right? You have a lot of targets to gust up on my bench. Okay, looks like we're just gonna research and attach a Dark Energy to Monkey. Marnie's hit the double Marnie's Grimmsnarl. I love that this card like just powers itself up, so you never have to attach up to it. Very, very good attacker. I decided to use the candy here. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You want to keep the double Morgrim to not need candy later. I'm just gonna attach 2. Yeah. I want to thin out my cards yet because I can set up more monkeys later down the road. I go for the attack right away. I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but it's probably fine because I'm forcing a boss out of them this turn instead of having something inactive that can be killed by Iron Hands. Yep, I forced the Prime Catcher out. Interestingly, they go for the Monkey Dory. I think they do this because they like low-key want the Frostlass damage on board, so that the Pikachu can potentially KO the Grimmsnarl next turn. Because if they don't, like and then they KO the Frostlass here, the Grimmsnarl is gonna be at 310 HP, so it can never be touched by Pikachu. But what I'm planning to do is just keep it healthy the entire game with Adrenabrain, moving the damage off the Grimmsnarl so that it can never be threatened by Pikachu. CC is also alive here because he took a 2-prize knockout, so that the Pikachu is just not a threat anymore. But the Iron Hands is still very scary. They have so many bosses in their deck. Thinking about what to place damage counters here. I don't think it really matters in this matchup. Iron Hands is like the only Pokemon without an ability. So like once you have Frostlass up for like 3 turns, everything just gets KO'd by Grimmsnarl. Like 180 seems very little, but with Frostlass and Monkey Dory, it definitely adds up. Like eventually you can just kill everything and not activate Fez, but this is definitely a situation where you do want to activate Fez to get rid of the threat. Earthen Missile, and 1 grass. They hit the boss, which is a little unfortunate for me. But my Grimmsnarl is still up, and I think we're gonna Iono them next turn and kill their threat. So they have to set up another one. Yeah. I think my goal this turn is to put down another monkey. Just Iono and hope they don't hit. Yeah, like I said before, this matchup's like kind of scary because they can just like build up threats, and the Iron Hands like takes out your entire bench if they can just keep hitting boss. Jitterbane, try to protect my Grimmsnarl. Making sure the damage is correct. I think I could have played this game out to where I could have like take up 4 prize turn at the end, because I did put like too much damage on the Iron Hands, and I'm forced to take a knockout here, even though I didn't really want to activate Fez here. So when I activate Fez here, it just gives them more outs to hitting like a Crispin or something. Oh my god, they hit the Iron Leaves, goes into it right away. I think they're trying to draw off Mew and then Fez. Trying to hit a Crispin. 6. Do they have anything? No, there's just... Oh my god, they had the boss as well. And they just pass. We have the energies to retreat here, and the boss for game. Wow. Okay, that was extremely close. I can't believe they whiffed the Crispin at the end. And yeah, I can count anything on the bench. Take my last press card with the Shadow Bullet. And that's it. Hope you like those gameplay videos. Here's the deck list again if you want to see it. I think the deck's like very well positioned in the meta for the next set at least. The Frostlass package is very powerful right now, and it's got some new tools to play with Marnie's Grimmsnarl. This thing's a very good card. It lets you do a ton of damage with the spread and all that. plus being like quite bulky itself, very low maintenance. Like I said, this late game Ionas will hurt your opponent a lot more than you, because they're going to be taking prizes and you're probably not. Yeah, hope you enjoyed these videos, and hopefully you play this deck for the next format. Thanks, bye bye.